Mr. Little.
What?
Stop picking your nose.
Does it taste good?
Have a bite.
Welcome to math. My name is Hans, the Banana Man, and we're talking about subtracting decimals this week, okay? You can subtract decimals using a standard algorithm. It's fine, it'll definitely work, okay? As long as you line up decimal places. So 0.821 minus 0.736, okay? So decimal places are lined up, it'll work, okay? Rack them and stack them. I can't take 6 away from 1, but I can break up my 200ths into thousandths, okay? Break that up, and that gives me 10 thousandths. And then 11 subtract 6, which is 5. Again, I can't take away 3 from 1, but I can borrow, make this 8 into a 7, and move a row of tenths over here to the hundredths. I have 11 now subtract 3, which 11 subtract 3, that's a little tricky. What was 11 subtract 3? Okay, way there in the back?
That is 8.
Do we agree 8?
I don't know.
And in Korean, that's yodel.
I don't think that's true.
11
8,
subtract 3.
and then 7 and 7 is 0. So 0.085. Okay, that'll always work if you line up decimal places. The problem with this though is the borrowing, right? The borrowing kind of gets confusing because unless you know what's happening here, you can't always visualize it. So I don't love starting there. I love thinking about adding decimals as finding the difference, okay? Subtracting is just finding the difference, okay? If there are 10 people in a room, okay, and I walk in and 9 people leave and there's 1 left, I want to know the difference between that 1 that was still there and the 10 that were there before. That's the difference. That's the 9 that left, okay? Subtracting is just finding the difference. Sorry, I thought I had a phone call.
COVID.
All right, so how to do this with decimals is like this. The lower decimal on the bottom, I'm going to count up the higher decimal to find the answer. So a question like this, 0.325 subtract 0.921. That won't work. That's too big. 121, okay? So I put 0.121 here, and I'm going to count up to 0.325, okay? I know I can jump up right away by 2 tenths, okay? So plus 0.2 gives me 0.321. I'm almost there, okay? I'm going from the small number to the big number to find the difference. What do I have to add now to get from here to there? What is left to add? Anybody? One person knows? What do I have to add to this to get to here? They look very similar. What do I have to add? In the back? For what? For, say, thousandths. 4 thousandths, okay?
No, it's 10th.
So plus 0, looks like this, right? 0, 0, 4, it's just that there, okay? Gives me 0.325. Okay, now the whole point of this, what I wanted to know was the difference between here and here, right? That's subtraction, the difference. So here's my difference, okay? Add those together, and that's my answer. All right, it's 0.2. There's nothing in the hundredths place. It's a 0, and then a 4 in the thousandths place. Okay, so my answer, the difference between 0.325 and 0.121 is 0.204. Okay. That's number line. Probably the easiest way of doing this. It's straightforward, it makes sense. Take the small number and jump up by like leaps that make sense to get towards that big number. Okay? That's number line. You can also use place value and the thousandths grid. I'll show you how real quick.
Tell me why.
Okay, thousandths grid. All right. So if I have a question like 0.158 minus 0.123, okay? Take my lower number there and draw that first. So that one is 1/10, okay? So one full row, and then 200ths, okay? And then 3,000ths. So 1, 2, 3. Okay? And I want to add up to the bigger number, okay?
Okay.
To see that difference. So I'm going to change colors.
Yay.
So what I want to know is how much I'm adding to get up to here, okay? So I need 1/10 in total. I already have that, okay? I want 5/100ths in total. I have 2. So I have to add 3 more, okay?
1, 2, 3.
Okay? And I want 8,000ths. I have 3. So I have to add 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And look at what I added here. Okay? So I went from the small number to the big number. The difference is what I had to draw on here. That's the answer to my question. So 0. I didn't have to add any tenths. It was already there. Okay? I added 1, 2, 300ths. And I added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 thousandths. Okay? So draw your first number, switch colors, okay? And figure out what else you have to add to get to your bigger number. That's the same as number line. You're just figuring out the difference between the one number and the other number, okay? That's all subtracting is asking you to do. The difference between those two numbers, okay? One more way of doing this is the place value, oh, wrong tab, the place value chart, okay? This you can do two ways. So you could use a borrowing way of doing this, okay? Or the adding up way. It's up to you, whatever's easiest, okay? So a question like this, 0.721 subtract 0.538, all right? You could do this. So there's 7 tenths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 200ths and 1,000, okay? I'm taking away this number. So I can quite literally, I have a whiteboard, erase the 5, okay? I don't have 3 here to erase. So I can borrow this, take away 1 there, and move 10 over here, right? That's like taking 1 full row of tenths and making them hundredths, okay? And now take 3 away. So from 5, I have 2 over, okay? Ooh, can you press pause? We now continue with math. Sorry for the earlier interruption and all that. All right, we have 1,000th here. We're taking away 8,000ths though, okay? We don't have enough, so we have to borrow from the hundredths. Imagine this is one of those squares on the thousandths grid. We're taking that and breaking it up into 10,000. So I'll take a 1 from here and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I can take 8 away from that. I take group of 5 away. Okay, and then 1, 2, 3 more. I'm left with 2 here, and there's my final answer. Okay, so equals 0 decimal. There's 1/10 there. There's 5, 6, 7, 8 hundredths, and there's 1, 2, 3 thousandths. Okay, so 0.183. Okay, it's that easy. You also can do this by doing the small number and then adding on to get to our big number. This works just as easily. Okay, either way works. So those are a bunch of ways to do subtracting decimals: our thousandths grid, our place value chart, our standard algorithm, and our number line. Okay, so 3 ways to do subtracting decimals. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, and eat your bananas.
Wait, what?